I hope that New York City is resilient enough, and I do believe it is, to endure maybe 4 or 5 years of a socialist mayor, just so that they can see. But I'm not an accelerationist where they want to just see these things happen just so we can finally understand. I think in the midst of doing that, you lose so much ground, you lose so much time. I don't want us to just play with socialism so that we can all get to see what socialism does. I think we should appeal to the rational aspect of men and women to say no. We don't even have to go down that plane. But if that's what it is what it is.
Alright, I want to push back a little bit on this idea of let them see what exactly this is. The neocon response in the 1990s was absolutely terrible. They had no answer, and this was stemming back after the Holocaust. The main question that was posed to the college institutions and the intellectual class was, how could a Christian nation produce a Holocaust? That was basically the wedge question. And America, whether if it's indeed a Christian nation, could produce another Holocaust. Germany did. And so the failure for a coherent, cogent response from anyone since the 1950s, including the church, meant that American conservatism was essentially dead in the water. And by the time the civil rights happened, and then to top it off, with the neocon movement in the 90s or the 2000s, which was a complete, absolute failure, you could Nostradamus that, of course, the liberals will get to say and predict and teach any single thing they want and do everything they want to do. And that was a rational outcome. There's a guy named Sam Francis, who you should take a look at. He passed away in 2016. He's kind of an asshole, but his premises are largely correct. But I want to say that this mayor guy, Zoran or whatever, he's essentially sort of like a fill-in figure, like the way that the neocons were. Terrible, this is not going to work out. But the problem is that unless our answer is, oh, look how terrible this is, that's not going to be the right thing. And the problem is with the Conservative Party, they consistently have never had a proper ideological and coherent response, with the exception of Donald Trump. Everyone else has been, in fact, like you correctly stated, Roger, is basically quasi-socialist, whether they want to admit it or not. And they gave so much moral ground. I still don't see a proper response coming. Even if we see the mayor win and New York goes down a socialist shithole with the way we know it's going to do, pointing at that is not a viable strategy. The Democrats thought they could do that kind of thing, and that doesn't work.
Well, let me ask you this, David. David, let me ask you this. So you got some pretty strong opinions on it. So I'll ask you a couple questions. What are you doing to help those in New York, make sure that he doesn't get elected? Are you donating your time? Are you donating your money? What is it that you're doing personally?
No. The indoctrination is on another level, Roger. Like, that's why you think that you can do something. That's the problem. You don't understand that indoctrination happened since these people went to high school, and it's in the movies and the TV they watch.
I think you missed my question. I understand that indoctrination.
What am I doing?
Hold on.
No, you can't do anything. You can't beat it. You're wasting your time.
Okay,
so
you've taken a defeatist attitude. So I'm going to tell you.
I haven't taken a defeatist attitude.
Well, of course you have. You said that you can't do anything about it, and I'm here to tell you that you can. Elections do matter. Elections do matter, and people that throw in the towel like yourself that say you can't do anything, you are part of the problem.